Good evening tonight. I trust you're doing well. I'm doing very, very well. What a joy and what a pleasure tonight that we may just have a little talk together and see what life is got in store for us. As I was thinking about this broadcast tonight, I just occurred and it just came into my mind that oftentimes as human beings we like playing ourselves down, and I think today is a good day to rethink on thoughts just about ourselves. Whenever you think about yourself, what is it that you think you are worth? What evaluation or what self-worth do you give to yourself in everything that concerns you? When people give us compliments, and how do we receive them? How do we respond to compliments that people give us? Do we always think that they don't mean what they are saying, or they're just saying it for the sake of saying it? Isn't that so? It does happen to me, and I want to believe that it can happen to anybody. But the question is tonight is not whether or not it happens to you, because we already know that it does happen. But what we need to look at tonight is how to deal with such a situation. I believe that tonight we can build our confidence by celebrating our victories. Sometimes we have a tendency not to celebrate our own victories. We always want to celebrate others. The question I might pose and ask tonight is that, when was the last time you celebrated your just small victories, the little achievements that you had, whereby you can tell that you just achieved something for yourself at your own initiation? I'd like to encourage you tonight that you should never play yourself down, but always find a situation or a point in time where you will raise your awareness and begin to see that today I have achieved something. Your victories can be celebrated by you and encourage those that are around you to do so. I realize that oftentimes as human, we tend to play ourselves down a lot, especially the House of Africa. We tend not to appreciate the little achievements that we always achieve in life. I think tonight, if I can encourage you, if I can come into your bedroom, if I can come into your office, if I can come into your car and encourage you to say, it's about time you just celebrate those little victories that you have had, whereby if ignored, there can always just be another achievement. Your successes, when last have you had just this little second time to reminisce on the little success, or that just success? It doesn't have to be little. Whatever you've been successful in, that exam that you never expected to pass. When was the last time you just appreciated turning up at the school to pick up children on time? It is a success and it is an achievement. I believe that if we can just appreciate the little successes that we have, or just the one or two success that we have in anything concerning us, we can go such a mighty long way in life. You don't have to wait for somebody calling you from a department of such and such to tell you about your success. Know yourself. Raise your level of awareness. Look at where you are and begin to say, yes, well done, Tiddly Pips. I think I've done myself very well here, and I think I deserve a medal. And we can always support the faith and trust that others have in us by having faith in ourselves. What I can tell you is that no matter how difficult life is and no matter how awkward the situation seems, there is a remnant that has faith in you. And if people have faith in you, they always expect you to do more on the morrow. They always expect you to achieve something else the following month, the following year, the following decade, or the following semester, whatever it is. So what I'd like to say tonight to all my friends, I know you are all my friends out there, and that is why you are listening to this broadcast. And I'd like to encourage you, and I'd like to tell you tonight that stop playing yourself down. Begin to appreciate the achievements that you've had in life. Look back in retrospect and begin to think that, oh dear, I'm so delighted that I was able to achieve this at this point in time. Therefore tonight, my friends, why not celebrate your little victories? Why not support the faith and the trust that your friends have in you, that you may have faith in yourself? Because if you begin to look at how much faith people have in you, you will thus begin to develop having faith all around you. Believe in yourself before you can believe in other people, because if you believe in yourself, I am very much certain that you will start building up that faith and developing it. Isn't that right, friends? Therefore, tonight I'm very much sure that if we do that, we will go a very, very mighty long way in life. But there again, I have looked around and I have noticed that there is a few individuals that just lack that zeal in life. They just lack that desire. They have got no drive. There is no willingness in them. They are not eager to get up, get going, and do things for themselves. Why not tonight just take that time and begin to understand that if you just have that little willingness, whatever willingness that you have today, if you start being interested in life today, I believe that tomorrow you can do more. On the following week you can do more, and the following month you can do extra. So tonight I just want you to know that if and when people are going to take you seriously, you've got to understand that you just have to be willing in life. Avoid being negative. Avoid being so reluctant. Look at where you've been complacent and begin improving yourself. Tonight, my friends, I believe and I know that if you can just begin to notice where you've just been so unwilling, whereby you've just been so hesitant, whereby, in those areas whereby you have just been so unwilling to deal or to engage in. Yeah, that's the right word I'm looking for. And learning when it is that you need to engage in business. I believe tonight, my friends, that we can do so much just by being willing to get engaged in everything that concerning us. And I believe we must be willing to acknowledge that we are really fine the way we are, provided you are fine, because sometimes self-deception does creep in. I believe that you are fine the way that you are, unless it means getting to know the Lord, unless it means getting to know God. You are fine the way that you are. Never let anybody put you down or attack who you are, or attack the way that you do certain things. Even when the way that you do things is not conducive to what society will deem acceptable or normal, then you have to adapt a little here and asunder. But I believe tonight that, there is a way that you can begin to just to accept that you are fine the way that you are. You don't have to play up to anybody's expectation, as it were, unless it was to inspire you. Because I've been in situations whereby certain individuals will just expect you to be what you are not. You are not what you are not, but you are what you are. The clothes that you wear, they are who you are. And if somebody for some reason decides to attack the clothes that you put on, then I believe tonight that it is your prerogative. That's the right word. It is your prerogative to know that you are what you are. And if anybody doesn't like who you are, and if it is not offensive in ethics, if who you are is not offensive ethically, if who you are is conducive to the environment that you are in, and all of a sudden some individual comes into your life and tells you that you are not right the way that you are, I believe you need not to play into their hands tonight. I believe that you need to begin to say, hey, if you don't like the way that I am, if you don't like the clothes that I have, I think it's about time that you take a duck when you see me. It's about time you cover yourself when you see me, because this me is going to stay the way that I am, just the way that you are. You know, you are who you are. The victories that you've had them. You've been able to accomplish anything in life because you are what you are. You've been able to do so because of the way that you are. Isn't that right? Sometimes we have such poor images about ourselves that we have a difficulty in understanding the good others see in us. You know, if you have a poor image of yourself, I think that you will have a difficulty understanding what others see in you. I think there is a lot of goodness in you. I think you're such a tremendous person tonight, and I've come into your house to tell you that you are just so fantastic, and I've come into your house to tell you that you are just so marvelous in style. I like the way that you smell so fresh every day. I like the aftershave that you put on. That perfume that you put on is just so brilliant. And tonight you need not to look like Jimmy James, because Jimmy James has got his own way of doing things, and I believe that you've got a different way of doing your own things as well. But tonight, I'd like to encourage you at this very same day that stop playing yourself down and stop imitating other people. Stop wanting to be like other people. You are fine the way that you are. I believe that you can do more to enhance your personality, but you don't have to believe that there's something wrong about you. You don't have to believe that the way you are improving yourself is to try and be some supernatural person. You don't have to, because in the long run you will confuse yourself. Be yourself. Be your simple self. Be natural, and in the process I'm quite positive that there is so much you can achieve. Tonight, my friends, I'd like you to know that the God whom we all serve is a God that has given to each and every individual the ability to expand, the ability to increase. But if you are in the process of increasing, if you are in the process of improving yourself, I don't want you to think that you are some kind of inferior kind of a person. I'd like you to concentrate on the way that you've been made and how good you are in achieving the things that you have achieved so far. So, because for people to see any good in you, or to develop or understand the good that is in you, you've got to have the right image about yourself. You've got to think great about who you are. You've got to think fantastic about who has made you what you are today, or what has made you to be what you are today. I don't know who has been attacking you and who has been putting you down, but tonight, my friends, I want you to know that if anybody has been attacking your personality, if anybody has been attacking who you are. I'd like you to know tonight that not at all, there is nothing wrong about you. You just need to improve here and asunder. You are just doing great. You are doing fantastic. And if there is anything in life that is concerning you that you feel you're not doing it, you're not doing right, then I believe that you can change in that area. I believe that you can improve in that area. My friends, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, I believe that, if you carry on playing yourself down, you're not going to get far. However, if you know that you need to improve, so shall it be according to the measure that has been given unto you. Because oftentimes, if we are not willing to acknowledge that we are fine the way we are, we tend to be quick when others are complimenting us to spot that I think what they are saying about us is wrong. We tend to be quick in giving it a negative thought, to say, I don't think that can be right. I don't think that is meant for me. If people are complimenting you in anything that you have achieved, take it as a compliment and behold and know that it is well meant as a compliment. Because never be so quick, that's what I'm trying to say, never be so quick in pointing out what is wrong, never be so quick in pointing out where you lack in life, but be so quick to appreciate. Just for a little time, take some time and appreciate yourself, appreciate and spend some time in you improving the person that you are, and your personality, and developing the way that you handle and do things. And should people support and encourage you, never be so eager. Try and shun to remind them where you failed, because sometimes people can come and compliment you and say, you're just so good in this, you're just so good in that. But it's always our weakness as human beings to say, oh, it can't be right because I've just failed here and I've just failed there and I failed doing this and I never completed this project that I started doing. I'd like you to know tonight that you are the best the way that you just are. And all you need to do, if need be, you need to go in that extra mile. You need to ensure that whatever you've started, you complete. Because he that hath begun a good work in us has always been able to see to it that he performs it till the very last day. So we are always encouraged. I'd like to encourage you to say, if you've begun a project, see it to the end. If you start a job, see it to the end. Never leave it. Never leave anything half done. And playing yourself down to any degree can make others question the faith that they have placed in you. Playing yourself down just at any point in life, you will it's happened to me where I've played myself down, where there is people that just thought so highly of me, and in the end, because they could not mention it to me, or they had not come to a point in life whereby they would actually mention it to me that I'm just so fantastic or I'm just good in a particular area. I found myself playing myself down, in their presence, and well and truly, it never really did me any favors. But I'd like you to know tonight that you are good and you are very good just the way that you are, and there is just so much that you can do to avoid playing yourself down. What would you achieve by playing yourself down? I don't think that there will be anything you can achieve. But tonight, my friends, I believe that there is just so very much that we can do to avoid playing ourselves down. Let's just talk good about ourselves. Let's just think good thoughts about ourselves. Let's just, indite a good matter about ourselves. Like, just start giving yourself credibility in some way, one way or the other. Start thinking positive thoughts about yourself, and above all, be willing, just have that willingness to adapt and to change where you feel that there is a need to change and to adapt. What a pleasure to have come into your house. What a pleasure to have been able to speak to you, to speak to your hearts. And I believe tonight that I have spoken nothing but oracles, and I've said nothing that will make you feel worse. I've said nothing that will make you feel out of place. Keep listening to our videos and write to us, email us, and tell us what you think of all our videos. You take good care and have a wonderful, wonderful day.